Okay, let's move to Elvish Yadav. Okay, backgrounder, I did not know much about Elvish Yadav. I have surface level knowledge of who he is. Like he won Bigg Boss OTT. As I said, I was watching Bigg Boss OTT because of Cyrus. He was there. Once he left, I was like, whatever. And Elvish came after that as a wild card contestant. Again, still very hazy on what that means. I guess some random contestants just enter the Bigg Boss house and then he won. And then it was like a historic thing because wild card contestants never win. Again, all of this I've been reading and I've been very confused about. This is not about Bigg Boss. Bigg Boss sucks, but this is not about Bigg Boss. This is about Elvish. So Elvish won Bigg Boss OTT. He is a YouTuber. I understand that the audience that watches these streams, he will never appear on your algorithm because honestly he didn't appear on my algorithm either. The whole reason why I got to know about him is because of the antics that have been happening surrounding him. I'll tell you a few things that he has done over time and you will realize what I mean. His journey is fascinating. I've seen some of his vlogs over the years and I have been seeing like a trend and a pattern in how things have happened. No, he started in 2016. So he did some vlogs which is him sitting and talking to the camera and giving opinions. But he started off by doing like slice of life content. You know, he was talking about his parents, his family, you know, things that he's experiencing, etc. Then he moved to TikTok cringe videos. There is a phrase in Indian YouTube where there were these people who were watching TikTok videos, Indian TikTok videos, and cringe watching them and making fun of people. It was a big genre. I have seen a few of those. Very crass at times, but as far as cringe watching goes, sure, whatever. From there, he got super popular and he started going into different spaces. He started talking about feminism. Yes, he picked some pangas with some big creators. Then he moved into politics. So he was sitting in, like, you see this on-air sign here? Yeah, this one. So he was sitting in a place like this and then suddenly sign appears which says Jai Shri Ram, and he obviously moved into that direction, which is like the Hindutva scheme of thing. And then he goes on to Bigg Boss, wins all the things, and then he starts showing off. And that is where the trouble starts, probably. Where he starts showing off what he's doing. He starts doing videos with snakes in them. And then an NGO run by Menka Gandhi, an animal rights NGO, sees that and he's like, ye kya ho raha hai? Where is he getting these snakes from? And then they trap him. That's what happened. I'll take you through the story now. And I'll also take you through some of the things that Elvish did. Okay, so this is the news from 7 in the evening today. Bigg Boss OTT winner Elvish Yadav arrested from Rajasthan. He's been arrested, guys. BJP MP Menka Gandhi has accused Bigg Boss OTT winner Elvish Yadav of being involved in illegally selling snake venom and sought his immediate arrest. Bigg Boss OTT winner has been arrested by police from Kota. Noida police had booked Yadav and arrested 5 people for the alleged use of snake venom at rave parties. 9 snakes, including cobras, were rescued from the possession of the arrested accused, who came to the banquet hall in Sector 51 on Thursday for a party, which was a trap laid by animal rights group People for Animals. So the way this happened is this fellow from the People for Animals group, he called Elvish. Again, all of this is alleged, right? Like based on the stories and the FIR. He called Elvish Yadav, and Elvish Yadav ko he said ki listen, want snakes? Because I guess that's perfectly normal. Elvish Yadav calls some person called Rahul Yadav, and then Rahul Yadav and 4 of his other friends, they get 9 snakes to some banquet hall in Sector 51 where a rave party was supposed to happen. Turns out it was a trap, and then the Noida police came in and then they arrested them. And that is how this whole thing was exposed. Now the reason why they wanted the snakes was for the snake venom. Police seized 20 milliliters of snake venom stored in a plastic bottle from the possession of the accused. The seized venom has been sent for testing to ascertain if it is psychotropic in nature to induce a party drug-like effect in the human body. I didn't know about this till now, that snake venom is apparently a psychotropic drug. Fascinating things you learn when you're on the internet. So Elvish Yadav went to a stage where he was allegedly doing this, and now he has been arrested, friend. System. Kya hai wo system? Random contestant enters and brings more audience. Big Boss happy. Big Boss make him win easy. After he won, after Elvish won, Manohar Lal Khattar, the Chief Minister of Haryana, felicitated him. He met Smriti Irani at some point. Got like a few BJP MPs to felicitate him. And also, what I heard was there was this whole blockade that happened in the Gurgaon Delhi highway. Fans of Elvish Yadav had come on the streets and they were going nuts. And for hours, they were blocking traffic. I don't know why I'm giving you these details, but I have gone deep into this rabbit hole. There was a time when Munawar Farooqi and Elvish Yadav were at war, okay? There is a fandom that Munawar Farooqi has gotten, and there is a fandom that this friend Elvish Yadav has gotten, and those have been battling it out. So if you see like Elvish Yadav on Twitter even today, you will see like there are these Munawar fans who are coming, haha, pakad liya tere wale ko, and then these people are like, अरे but तेरे मुनावर को उसने सबक सिखाया था, sort of a thing. So basically kids fighting. Their kids fan base is what is like in this constant weird battle of fandoms. Another thing that happened, for those of you who don't know the YouTube verse, right? There was a YouTube versus TikTok battle that started. So YouTubers used to do these cringe watch videos, right? Elvish was one of the popular ones. And then these TikTokers were like, Sara matlab hum content bana rahe, right? You find it cringe, you watch it and you get like money for ads while watching us and giving us stupid comments. So essentially you're dissing us and making money while we are making all the content. So what is this nonsense? And some very popular TikTokers came out during that time and started cursing the hell out of these people. Elvish was one of the big people in there, and that is where he started this whole YouTube versus TikTok thing. There was another one who did this. I forget his name. Chashme wala. He's big also. I don't know. He did a music video and stuff. I keep forgetting his name all the time.
I don't believe this. असंभव, असंभव, चौदह असंभव. भगवान से नहीं डरता ये आदमी. ये किसी से नहीं डरता है.
Big guy, he also did this whole thing, and this whole battle was happening. And during this whole battle, he rose to fame, if you want to call it that. Felicitated for winning Bigg Boss. Yes, that happened, Krishna. He was felicitated for winning Bigg Boss. Not just Bigg Boss OTT on Geo or whatever. Elvish is meeting BJP ministers like he's collecting Pokemon. I cannot for the love of God understand why people are so obsessed with that show. I was watching it when Cyrus was there. I remember they were live streaming it for 24/7 at that point. And if you see the stream, they literally had Cyrus and Pooja Bhatt just sitting beside each other and trying not to fall asleep for 10 minutes. That's what they showed for 10 minutes. Poor things seemed tired and they were just like, trying to keep awake, trying to keep... Okay, yeah, what's happening? It's bizarre. That show is nuts. I do not get it. Why do you think about Elvish getting backing by Haryana government after he won? Also, doesn't he have parents in politics? Think about it this way, right? As I explained Elvish's transformation from TikTok cringe to whatever, bashing feminists and whatever, and then like now there's a Jai Shri Ram sign behind him. He's meeting BJP politicians. I feel like YouTube is a good way to get clout. There are people like BBK Vines, there are people like him. Appeal of Elvish Yadav was very down to earth. He was very relatable because he started off talking about, his family, his life and all the things, right? Then eventually what you do is once you have this giant fan base, he's been doing this since 2016, right? So a lot of years. So he has a massive fan base just on YouTube, but also otherwise. He's doing events, etc. What do politicians want? They're always looking for vote bases. But the way you get a vote base is you identify different identities and how people are coalescing around it. For example, Hindutva. How many people believe in the ideology of Hindutva and how many people are in that group of people, right? Again, there can be like interlinking groups also. Like, for example, how many people get ration. That's a big vote base, right? If we deliver ration properly, even that's a vote base. Caste is a vote base, religion is a vote base. So what politicians are very good at is identifying how, when you get like that ideology in control, you'll be able to control the votes of people. Now what these influencers do, like beer biceps and etc., because they are so relatable and because they have such a massive fan following, plus they are so actively talking about issues, political parties can co-opt them. And from their end, the influencers end, what happens is that you get a chance to reach out to an audience which is obviously gathered because of this political party. So the political party has made efforts to gather these bunch of audiences from different places, and now this one is added to it, so it becomes like a giant network. So they also get more views and more fans etc. from the party, and the party also gets their fan base, and together identify an ideology that they want to sell to their audiences. And usually it's the political party's ideology. And of course you get access. Yeah, see, Chief Minister of Haryana felicitating you. Of course you get access. That's a big incentive for creators. Beer biceps getting interviews with politicians. MyGov was the government organizations that set it up, because the politicians knew that he's going to go and do fluffoganda and he's going to get away with it, and they want that platform. So yeah, that's why these creators and politics sort of intertwine, right? If you want to understand it in a very simple way. Guys, you know snakes? You see snakes? Snake. See snake. Okay? I hope you see snake. So the FIR, based on a complaint by People for Animal, an NGO run by BJP MP Maneka Gandhi, was registered under the Wildlife Protection Act 1972 by Noida Police. The offence is a non-bailable offence and could attract a jail term of up to 7 years. This is a video that I saw, which was it started a war between him and Kusha Kapila. But it's kind of disturbing what he says. So his whole argument in this video, like in the beginning, is that ladkiya शराब पीती है और सुट्टा फूकती है, which is against our culture. And feminists, the fake pseudo feminists, are the ones encouraging young girls to do this, because apparently that's what feminism is supposed to do. In the beginning he says that feminism is about equal rights etc., but there are these pseudo feminists who are encouraging young women to smoke and destroy culture etc.
दिखाऊंगा इसमें ये सो कॉल्ड फेमिनिस्ट लड़कियां लड़कों से कुछ सवाल पूछना चाहती हैं। बहुत सारे मन में इनके सवाल हैं, उनका एक एक करके सवाल लेंगे और एक एक करके जवाब देंगे भी अपने स्टाइल में। तो सुनते हैं क्या सवाल है इनके।
Why don't you change your underwear more often? Like जॉलेर साथे दुश्मनी आज?
इसका जवाब देने से पहले मैं आप लोगों को बता दूं कि मैं लड़का और लड़की में कोई फर्क नहीं करता, दोनों को इक्वली ट्रीट करता हूं।
He is very misogynist to this particular woman who you just saw, and you will hear it in a bit.
इसलिए जवाब भी उसी हिसाब से दूंगा। तो आइए इसके सवाल पे आते हैं। तो टाटा 407 पूछ रहा है।
Did you hear that? Tata 407 पूछ रहा है, and he does fat shaming throughout the video of this particular woman. Terrible, but yeah. Then there is this one random notice that comes in the middle. He keeps saying that women use women card, like these fake feminists use women card to get away with a lot of things, right? एक बहुत solid point मारा था, but हटाना पड़ गया, woman card आ जाता. Cause अगर लड़की अंडरवेयर पे जोक मारती है तो ठीक, और मैं मारता हूँ तो गलत सीन हो जाता. Hope you guys understand. Guys, I know Hindi. For the non-Hindi speakers, what he's saying is that if women joke about underwear, so that's fine, and if I say anything about underwear and crack a joke, then that's bad, because women card people, all these pseudo feminists use women card and shut people like me down. And Kusha Kapila basically comes up in the middle somewhere, and she's also saying some points about if I wear a red lipstick, people say bad things about me and curse me, and what is your problem if I wear red lipstick or something, pink lipstick, red lipstick etc. And he gives his misogynist arguments on it, Elvish Yadav. But what I saw in this video was that this was, I feel like, one of the pivotal moments in his career also, because Kusha Kapila did a unroast video after this where she's speaking in Hindi and trying to explain feminism to him. YouTube feuds, friends. This is how it works. In case you are new to this world, this this is how YouTube feuds work, where people react to such videos, then they do like a reaction to the reaction, and then people like me watch in an amused way and also sort of react to it. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm reacting to this. I wanted you to see the snake part of it because why not? Snake use कर रहा है.
किस तरह से ये पूरा खुलासा हुआ?
इसमें जॉइंट ऑपरेशन में 5 लोग गिरफ्तार किए गए थे। सेक्टर 49 क्षेत्र में हॉल है वहीं से, और इसके पास से 9 जो है स्नेक बरामद हुए हैं और 20 ml का स्नेक है वेनम बरामद हुआ। और इसमें हमने टीमें बनाई हैं, सभी बिंदुओं का हम परीक्षण करा रहे हैं। इसमें जो भी दोषी
क्या क्या रिकवरी?
5 लोग गिरफ्तार हैं और 9 स्नेक बरामद हुए हैं और लगभग 20 ml स्नेक बरामद
बारे में आ रही है। कैसे उसके नाम का
another snake?
जो वादी है इसमें उनके लोगों के द्वारा एल्विश यादव संपर्क किया गया था। एल्विश यादव
amazing snake friend, amazing snakes, very good snakes.
हम लोग हमारी जो
At one point, our friend Elvish Yadav was roasting Aryan Khan. What I found funny was what he was saying about Aryan Khan.
यार छोटा वाला है, कोई बात नहीं, ड्रग कंज्यूम करे कोई बात नहीं यार, छोड़ दो ना। तो भाई हमको यहाँ पे क्या चीज सीखने को मिल रही है? हमको यहाँ पे ये चीज सीखने को मिल रही है कि अगर आपके पास फेम है, पैसा है, वो आपको गलत काम करते हुए डिफेंड नहीं कर सकता, और आप चाहे कितने ही गलत हो, बॉलीवुड आपको डिफेंड कर लेगा।
Basically saying कि हाँ ड्रग्स लेना गलत है तो बोल दो ना यार, गलत है ना, and now we are here. We are here, friends. We are here where he's supplying snake venom allegedly to people for rave parties. Elvish Yadav friend has come a long way. This is his Dubai vlog. Friends, my new house in Dubai. Heart emoji. Heart eyes emoji. Just see the vibe, okay? This is a vibe check. This is them sitting in the Delhi airport on their way to Dubai. Just wanted you to see this guy. Yeah. So Elvish Yadav has an entourage. He has an entourage which he takes around. Clearly surrounded by all these dude bro type people who are like, oh, gym marte hai, whatever, gym. While they are doing this, some poor chap comes up to them. Again, I'm not playing this because I don't know if this is like a copyright violation, but some poor chap comes up to him and tells him that he's a fan or what. And they give him a challenge, and in exchange, this chap, in return, he was offered a protein shake for completing the challenge. Not giving publicity to him or anything, but what I found fascinating is this guy. Look at how he's sitting at the airport. Do any of you sit like this in the airport? Just curious to know, right? Because I'm very respectful in general in public. I feel like I don't do this shit, like, sitting like with one leg across, like, as if you own the airport. This shows how you do not respect public spaces. And Elvish has this habit to not respect public places. And he is going around and he challenges one of the people in his entourage to also ask people in the airport, "Arey dekho, Big Boss winner ja raha hai, do you know him?" Genuinely, that happens in this vlog. It's very, very bizarre. Very bizarre. Then, of course, they reach Dubai and then they sit in a Lamborghini from the looks of it. And he's like, "Arey Lambo aa gayi, chalo Lambo se jate hain, whatever. And then finally he enters the house. And there is like very dude bro-y things that they do there. Like, bear with me, guys. If you are kids, please bear with me. Just they do like a competition where they're judging each other's body hair. Yeah. I'm just quickly scrolling through it because I don't want to show it to you because it's disgusting. Then they go to the beach, they chill, they do all of these things, then they party. Yeah, that is his whole vibe and the vibe of his entourage. I could have gone deeper into this. I don't want to. I don't want to tax your brain because it did tax my brain a little bit. But just wanted you to get a glimpse of what Elvish Yadav is all about. The anti-feminist line of rhetoric is so 2005, dude. This clown is a decade and a half late. True, but then again, 2005 according to you is how late it is, but according to maybe his audience, it is like, oh, bhai ne kya baat boli hai, bhai. System, whatever that means. But yeah, he has a clothing brand by that name now. I'm for equal rights for women, but proceeds on to give misogynist rant. That is basically the whole video. Will not recommend you watch it. It will burst one of your nerves. This is just an outcome of YouTube algorithm boosting hate content to drive more engagement. There's functionality, no difference between this guy and Andrew Tate. I agree. I mean, Andrew Tate is also in the same dude bro alpha male category of YouTube and otherwise. There's this whole thing, oh, the men have been wronged by all these women. It goes to extreme territories also. It goes to incest territory, who are like, oh my god, women do not have sex with me. So, oh my god, women are the problem. I'm not the problem because they only go for the alpha guys. I'm not an alpha. I'm a beta or a gamma or whatever that category is. And then they go for the alphas only. And therefore, it is not my fault that I didn't get laid. The fact that they're absolute assholes in public is completely lost on them. There are these alpha males who do this a lot, and other alpha males or want to be alpha males, they gravitate towards them, become their entourage, and then the other people who also aspire to that lifestyle also gravitate towards them. And then one fine day when he wins Bigg Boss OTT, they will go on the streets and they will block the road and they will be like, system. It's an army. They call themselves an army. Elvish army. If this video goes out and if I put out a video on elvish, you can expect what kind of comments I'll be getting. Misogyny is being seen as being cool these days. I don't know how to react to it. Like, should I take it just as humor or what should I do? Look at it with curiosity and look at the patterns that are coming out of it. Be reasonable about it, but also notice how there is a giant amount of crowd behind him that believes in these philosophies and they aspire for this. They want to be like him. That is what is scary. A lot of these alpha males are currently in the parliament, and the whole RSS type Bhagwa gangs are actually victims of this alpha male syndrome. Agreed, Karthik, there are definite similarities there. They try to co-opt all of these ideologies which are based on accumulation of power and bullying. So there's a common understanding between people who are like, let's say alpha males who are like, oh, men are the best and we need to oppress everyone else, including other men, because we are alphas. The Hindu Rashtra believes that Hindus are the best and we need to oppress everyone, people who are under us, right? Other castes and religions. Then there is, of course, the caste dude bros, the Brahmin dude bros who are like, oh yeah, Brahmin is the best, we deserve to be the best, and therefore we will oppress all the castes. There's a commonality there, which is bullying and showing off power and being like super open about it publicly and taking a loudspeaker and then just saying, guys, we are the best. If you believe me, then you are the best. Otherwise, you are an anti-national / pseudo-liberal / fake feminist / whatever bucket you want to put them in. Yeah, your opponents, people who believe otherwise. His whole content is like reproving 1 + 1 = 2. The whole entourage thing seems to be taking a page out of Jake Paul's playbook, which again was a bad book to begin with. Actually, that's true. Rupayan, that's actually a good sort of analogy to draw or comparison to draw. Guys, you should look up Jake Paul. Jake Paul is a guy who recently did some massive scams also. There is this YouTuber I recommend called Coffeezilla. Please watch his exposes of Jake Paul. Very fun. I also went down the Jake Paul rabbit hole after that. Like, there are many YouTubers who are talking about Jake Paul and who he is, and like I'm doing, going through his history, trying to figure out who he is. Very fun. Please see, you will see many similarities between the two. Jake Paul used to run a house which was for YouTube content. So they would just get like these hapless teenagers into the house and he would do horrible pranks on them to get content out of it. And what I saw in the airport, what he was doing and his entourage kind of fits in that category. And that whole chest hair comparison thing also. Ew, gross. Very gross, very gross. Chartered accountant is also with them, who is made to like show chest hair. What is this? Why am I doing this? What is this? Why am I doing this? It hurts my brain, guys. Arey, you won't get a lot of comments video English mein hai na? That's true actually. Like, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I feel like I'm safe sometimes. I have been looking at and tracking all these creators, and the audience has a lot to do with this, right? Which is, for example, the way I'm covering elvish right now is very different from the way people will cover elvish otherwise, right? If I had to do a roast video, which is the known format on YouTube, that, oh, you see like one video of a creator, you react to it and you make snarky comments, and then you do all these zoom effects and, you know, like meme insertions.
I don't believe.
Whatever, you know the format, you have seen it everywhere. But I'm not doing that. I am essentially trying to look at this as a case study and trying to tell you to also look at the patterns that you observe out of what Elvish is, because it will also help you also understand other creators who are sort of following the same business model. I'm looking at it as a business model. I'm looking at it as a sort of a trend, a societal trend that we are seeing. And they have a giant number of audience. They have a giant amount of people who follow them. They believe in them and they want to be like them. We are going in a very nerdy direction with this, not with the intention of roasting him, not with the intention of making fun of him or whatever, even though some of the things he says are worth making fun of. But I don't think I need to rely on comedy or sarcasm to actually criticize him, right? What tends to happen is that when you are criticizing a person like Elvish or Beer Biceps or whatever, people tend to rely on sarcasm and comedy and, you know, quick responses and one-liners. Don't want to do that. I want to sort of look at a very deeper sort of understanding of why these people exist at all, is the whole point of this, and what we can learn out of this, what we can see out of this. Yeah.